I never thought I'd see her standing at my door again. It had been 4 years, 4 years of silence, 4 years of trying to forget the way she used to look at me. And there she was, thinner than I remembered, her hair shorter, her eyes carrying something I couldn't name yet. "Hi," she said. That's all it took, one word, and suddenly I was 23 again, standing in her apartment, watching her pack her bags while I stood there frozen, unable to find the words to make her stay. My name is Daniel. I'm 30 now. I work as a software engineer at a mid-sized tech company in Seattle. Decent job, decent apartment, decent life. After Emma left, I did what everyone told me to do. I moved on. I dated other people. I focused on my career. I went to therapy. I learned to be okay alone. But some people, they don't leave, not really. They just move to a different room in your mind. And Emma had been living rent-free in mine for years. We met in college. She was studying art history. I was drowning in computer science assignments. She used to sketch in the library while I debugged code at 3 in the morning. We'd make eye contact across the tables. She'd smile. I'd blush. It took me 3 months to ask her out. We were together for 2 years. Good years. The kind where you wake up and forget you're supposed to be miserable about exams or money or the future. She made everything feel lighter. And then her mother got sick. Cancer, stage 4. Emma dropped out of school to take care of her, moved back home to Portland. She said it was temporary, that she'd come back, that we'd figure it out. But grief doesn't work on a timeline. Her mother passed away 8 months later, and Emma became someone I didn't recognize, distant, hollow. She stopped answering my calls, stopped texting. When I drove down to see her, she wouldn't let me in. "I need to do this alone," she said through the door. I waited, for weeks, for months. I sent her messages telling her I was there, that I loved her, that she didn't have to carry it by herself. She never responded. Eventually, I stopped trying, not because I stopped caring, but because loving someone who won't let you in is like holding water in your hands. No matter how tight you grip, it slips through. So I moved to Seattle, started fresh, convinced myself I was fine. And I was, mostly, until that Tuesday evening in October when she knocked on my door. I opened it expecting a delivery, maybe a neighbor. Not her. She was wearing a gray coat, the same one she used to wear in college. Her hands were in her pockets. She looked nervous. "I know this is unexpected," she said, "but I needed to see you." I didn't know what to say. My brain was scrambling. 4 years of silence, and now she's here, standing in my hallway like she just saw me yesterday? "How did you find me?" I asked. "Your mom," she said quietly. "I called her last week." Of course, my mom always liked Emma, probably gave her my address without hesitation. "Can I come in?" Emma asked. I should have said no, should have protected myself, but instead I stepped aside and let her walk into my apartment, into my life, again. She sat on my couch. I stayed standing. It felt safer that way. "You look good," she said, glancing around. "The place is nice." "Thanks." Silence. Heavy. Uncomfortable. She fidgeted with the edge of her coat sleeve, a habit I remembered. She used to do that when she was anxious. "I don't really know how to start this," she said. "Then maybe start with why you're here." It came out harsher than I intended, but honestly, I was angry. 4 years. 4 years of nothing, and now she shows up? She looked down. "I'm sorry. For everything. For how I left. For shutting you out." "Okay? That's it? Just okay?" I sat down in the chair across from her. "What do you want me to say, Emma? That it's fine? That it didn't hurt?" "No, I know it hurt. I didn't know how to be around you back then. My mom died, and I felt like I was drowning, and you kept trying to save me, and I couldn't." I couldn't let you see me like that. So you shut me out completely? I thought it would be easier for both of us. It wasn't. She nodded, wiped her eyes quickly. I know. We sat there in silence. The city hummed outside my window, cars passing, lives moving forward. Why now? Why show up after all this time? She looked at me, really looked at me, and that's when I saw it, the thing I couldn't name earlier. Fear. Over the next few days, Emma kept coming back. She'd text me in the morning, ask if I wanted to grab coffee or take a walk, or just sit somewhere quiet. I should have said no, should have kept my distance, but there was something different about her now, something fragile, like she was trying to hold on to moments before they disappeared. We fell into a rhythm. She'd come over after I got off work. We'd order takeout, talk about nothing important. She told me about her job at a small gallery in Portland. I told her about my projects at work. We didn't talk about the past, not yet. It felt too heavy, too raw. But sometimes I'd catch her staring at me, like she was memorizing my face, and when I'd ask what she was thinking, she'd just smile and say, "Nothing." One night, we were sitting on my balcony. It was raining, light drizzle, the kind that makes everything smell clean. She was wrapped in a blanket. I was drinking coffee. Do you remember that night in college when we broke into the art building at 2 in the morning? I smiled. You wanted to show me that Monet exhibit, and you kept worrying we'd get caught. We almost did. She laughed, soft, genuine. You were fearless. I used to be. The way she said it, past tense, like she wasn't that person anymore. What changed? I asked. She pulled the blanket tighter, stared at the rain. Everything.
Emma stopped in front of a bench. Can we sit? Yeah. We sat. She was quiet for a long time, just watching families walk by, kids running, dogs chasing balls. I missed this, she said. What? Being with you, feeling normal. I didn't know how to respond. Part of me wanted to tell her I missed her too, that having her back felt like breathing after holding my breath for years. But another part of me was terrified, because people don't just show up after 4 years for no reason. Emma, I said carefully, why are you really here? She turned to me. Her eyes were glossy. Can we just not talk about it yet, please? You're scaring me. I know. I'm sorry. I just need a little more time. Time. The word hung between us. Okay, I said. She leaned her head on my shoulder, and for a moment it felt like college again, like nothing had changed, like we were still those kids who believed love was enough. 2 weeks after she first showed up, Emma asked if I wanted to go to this small jazz bar downtown. Live music, dim lighting, intimate. I said yes. The place was packed. We found a table in the corner, ordered drinks. The band was playing something slow, sultry saxophone, soft piano. Emma was wearing a dark blue dress, simple, elegant. She looked beautiful. She always did. You used to hate jazz, I said. She smiled. I learned to appreciate it. When? After my mom died. I'd go to this little bar in Portland, just sit and listen. It helped. Helped with what? The noise in my head. I reached across the table, put my hand over hers. You could have called me, you know, back then. I know. Why didn't you? She looked at our hands. Because I didn't want you to see me like that. Broken, lost. I thought if I could fix myself first, maybe then what? Maybe then I'd be someone worth coming back to. You were always worth it. Her eyes filled with tears. She pulled her hand away gently. Let's dance. What? Come on, dance with me. I don't dance. Please. Something in her voice, desperate, pleading. I stood up,
let her lead me to the small space in front of the stage where a few couples were swaying. She put her arms around my neck. I put my hands on her waist. We moved slowly, barely moving, really, just holding each other. The music wrapped around us, saxophone crying, piano whispering. She rested her head against my chest. I could feel her breathing, steady, calm. "Daniel?" she whispered. "Yeah?" She pulled back slightly, looked up at me. Her eyes were wet. "I don't have much time left." The words didn't register at first. I heard them, but my brain couldn't process them. "What?" "I'm sick," she said quietly. "I've been sick for a while now." The music kept playing, people kept dancing, but everything around us blurred. "What do you mean, sick?" "The same thing my mom had. Ovarian cancer. Stage 4. They caught it late." No, Emma, I'm sorry. I should have told you sooner, but I didn't know how. I didn't even know if I should come see you, but I couldn't leave without—" She couldn't finish. She broke down, right there in the middle of the dance floor. I pulled her close, held her while she cried, while my own world shattered. We left the bar, walked back to my apartment in silence. She sat on my couch. I sat next to her. Neither of us knew what to say. "How long have you known?" I finally asked. 8 months. 8 months? And you didn't tell me? I didn't know if I had the right to, after everything. Of course you did. I hurt you, Daniel. I shut you out. Why would you want to hear from me? Because I loved you. My voice broke. I never stopped. She looked at me, fresh tears streaming down her face. I never stopped either. We sat there, crying, holding each other. The next few weeks were a blur. Emma stayed in Seattle, rented a small Airbnb near my place. We spent every day together, mornings at coffee shops, afternoons in museums, evenings cooking dinner in my apartment. She told me about her treatment, the side effects, the exhaustion, the fear. I told her about the years after she left, the loneliness, the anger, the slow process of letting go. We talked about everything we should have said 4 years ago. But underneath it all was this constant crushing awareness, time, running out. One night she was sitting on my kitchen counter while I made pasta. She was wearing one of my old college hoodies, hair in a messy bun. Do you ever wonder what would have happened if I hadn't left? Every day. Do you think we would have made it? I stopped stirring, turned to her. I think we would have tried. That's not an answer. It's the only one I have. She nodded. I think about it too. Different versions of us. Different endings. I hate this, I said.
I walked over to her,
I know.
stood between her legs.
It's not fair.
Put my hands on either side of her. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to love you and lose you at the same time. You don't have to do anything, she said. Just be here, with me, for as long as we have. That's not enough. It has to be. December came. Emma got weaker. She started staying at my apartment full-time. I converted my office into a bedroom for her, made sure she had everything she needed. Some days were good. She'd have energy. We'd watch movies, play card games, talk until 3 in the morning. Other days were hard. She'd be too tired to get out of bed. I'd sit with her, read to her, hold her hand. Her sister visited from Portland. Her father called every other day. They offered to take her back home, put her in hospice. She refused. I want to be here, she told them, with Daniel. They didn't understand. How could they? We were exes, hadn't spoken in years. But Emma and I both knew this wasn't about the past, or labels, or making sense. This was about love. Pure, raw, unfinished. On Christmas Eve, she asked me to take her to the Space Needle.
"Are you sure you're up for it?" I asked. "I want to see the city lights one more time." We bundled her up, took an Uber, rode the elevator to the observation deck. Seattle sparkled below us, thousands of lights, boats in the harbor, mountains in the distance. Emma leaned against the glass, her breath fogging it up. "It's beautiful," she whispered. I stood behind her, wrapped my arms around her, rested my chin on her head. "Thank you," she said. "For what?" "For letting me come back, for not turning me away, for loving me even when I didn't deserve it." "You always deserved it." She turned around, looked up at me, her face pale, her eyes tired, but still her. "I love you," she said. "I need you to know that, no matter what happens. I love you." "I love you too." We kissed, soft, slow, like we were trying to stretch the moment into forever. Emma passed away on January 14th, at home, in my apartment, in the bed I'd set up for her. I was holding her hand. Her sister was there too. We'd been taking turns reading to her, old poetry books she loved. She took a breath, then another, then nothing. Just like that, she was gone. I'm telling you this story now, 6 months later, sitting in my apartment, looking at the photos we took those last few months. Her laughing at a coffee shop, painting in my living room, sleeping on my couch. People ask me if I regret it, letting her back in, knowing how it would end. I don't, because loving Emma, even for those few months, was the most real thing I've ever done. She didn't come back to hurt me. She came back to give us both closure, to say the things we never got to say, to love each other without fear or distance. And yeah, it hurts. It hurts every single day. But I'd rather have those months with her than a lifetime wondering what if. Some people come into your life and change it forever. Emma was mine. And even though she's gone, she's still here. In the way I see the world, in the way I love, in the quiet moments when I remember what it felt like to hold her one more time. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.